NAND game it is. Counter. Oh god. I hate when they include a clock. It's so confusing the way they give the instructions. The next task as a class is to build a counter which increments a number at each clock cycle. I can't read anymore. Counters are a core component in a processor because they drive the execution of instructions.
Ellie_B314 says I'm doing some absolutely botched soldering RNLMAO.
Oh, well, don't hurt yourself. It's something that really matters. I'm just reading this first sentence is already. I feel like something's happening. Just the prospect that I'm about to do NAND game. It's like, yeah, NAND game. Build a counter which increments a number at each clock cycle. Okay. Counters are a core component in a process because they drive the execution of instructions. Yeah, that makes sense. A counter component increments a 16-bit number for each clock cycle. If well, we have an 16. Okay. Is this 0? If store is 1, then the input value x is used as a new counter value. Okay. Where's... Oh, this is x. If store is 0, then the previous counter value is incremented with 1. But what the heck? What was that sound? I thought the stream like disconnected. What even makes that noise? That was weird. I'm sure you guys heard it too. Was that like a Discord sound? Okay, whatever. I'm not crazy.
Ellie_B314 says Windows moment.
Oh, it was a Windows? Okay. That's what that was? Oh. Who knew? Windows moment. If I see 0, then the previous counter value is incremented with 1. Okay. The counter output changes when clock signal changes to 0. So it's kind of like the data flip-flop thing. Or what was the thing I just did? What was this? I don't know, it's reminding me of that one. Except we don't have one of those blocks. What is this? Constant 0. Okay. It says 0, and it turns out it's just 0. Cool. Why is it giving me this? Does that mean I have to use it? Output is the current output of the component. Next becomes the current output when clock changes to 0. Okay. 0. That was the current output of the component. Next becomes the current output when cell changes to 0. Set next to output. Twist 1. Oh my god, this I hate these instructions, they're so confusing. I hate when they use words like this too. So they're just trying to say like when this starts at 1 and this becomes 0. Because it seems to matter. I'm guessing. Then if this is 0 already, when this turns to 0, set current output next to set output to x or something. You know, Ellie, after you finish all these, after you finish input and output, the game's not over. Like, it unlocks a new page. So this is called the hardware section, and it unlocks a whole entire new section, a whole entire freaking new set of levels. There's like, it's like the same amount of levels as this. This is like 50% of the actual game. And then you unlock the software side. I'm sad. Hardware is too hard. Register. Oh my god.
Ellie underscore B314
Oh, data
says,
flip-flop.
yeah,
This is
it's
what I
really
want.
cool actually.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's so hard. This definitely, I'm gonna have to use this piece. 16-bit word synchronized by a clock signal. Oh yeah. Oh, no way is it just plug it into the thing. I already okay, I'm sad no. It's like, of course not. But the last level actually was like just plug it in and then just does it. But was 7 set ST to 1. Okay, maybe I'll just do the steps and see what happens. See why it doesn't work. Okay. Man, you drag the windows up more. Sorry. ST to 1. X to 7. CL to 0. This should set into 7. Why is step 2 empty? Oh my god. Should set out to in. Output should be out. What the? Set S to 0. CL to 0. CL to 1.
Ellie underscore B314 says,
What?
how fucking yeah.
What do they want? This is confusing.
Ellie underscore B314 says, boyfriend's mom just dropped off cookies and deviled eggs.
Oh, nice. It's perfect. I could have some deviled eggs right now. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh! It's about incrementing, so we don't want. It's just. This is just. That's not what this is doing. This is, maybe this isn't so hard. I need to add the. Increment stuff has to happen. So, that's what's wrong. Because if I set this to 8, that'll just turn to like 8 when it flips. Right? Or. Oh, wait, this has to be 1 though. And this flips to 0. Yeah. So next to output plus 1. So next to X. Output plus 1 if ST is 1. So that just means this increment has to go in between the register and then I guess maybe select. Give them a select. Because if it's 1, then increment otherwise register. God damn it. Wait a second, why does, oh, it says 9. Huh? Oh my god, I hate this.
Ellie underscore
I hate it here.
B314 says so close.
Also, the funny thing is, like, why do I have to make why an off by 1 error? Why here? This isn't even actual programming. This is just this is just NAND game. Why? Okay. I have to think. Because if it's 1, oh, I have it. I have them. I can't read instructions. It's the opposite. 0 is plus. Okay, my bad. There. This should do it. Yay. Thanks, Ellie. No! God! No! 2, but was 1. Wait, now what? Because it was 0, it's supposed to sit next to output plus 1. This is the output. 8 plus 1. 8. If ST is
Ellie underscore
1.
B314 says if ST is 1, on clock, store X into the register. If ST is 0, store the increment of the register.
Oh. The increment into the register, so the order matters. It's not incrementing after the register, but it has to be stored into the, oh. Did it actually say that? I just cannot read in full instructions. Maybe I can't. Oh. Your answer's really good, though. Where is it? Where's the clock signal? What you say makes sense. I'm trying to see if, like, where I misunderstood the instructions. Like, if there's a part... I don't know. Are these instructions bad? I feel like they're just bad. I don't know. I don't like these instructions. I would have been stuck on data flip-flop forever if you didn't explain how it actually works. Because the solution was like... What they were saying about how it works was misleading the second time around. Wasn't like exactly what I was supposed to do. And you even said it. You're like, these are not good instructions. Alright, I'm gonna go back. I'm only gonna refer to yours. Screw their instructions. If I see is 1. 1 o'clock. Store X into the register. Okay. Let's try again. Go away, go away, go away. If ST is 1. This is supposed to be not at the top, but like at the bottom before it reaches the register. 1 o'clock, store X into the register. I think.
Peach Teolingo says, did you stream throughout the whole night? O.O.
Maybe. It's okay. I got a little bit of shut-eye when Ellie was... The first time I was with Ellie, like, way long ago. It was okay, because I was half falling... I was, like, falling asleep a few different times, but not, like, all the way.
Peach Teolingo says.
Rise and grind. I'm just having fun. That's why, you know, I'm just having fun. Don't hate on me. It's fun. Though right this second, I'm not really having that much fun anymore because I decided I would do this because I thought it was going to make me sleepy. But instead, I'm just not sleeping and I'm like not having as much fun. So, but it's okay. Ellie told me So it's okay.
Peach Teolingo says that's fair, it happens. I ended up staying awake too late last night, so now I need to take a nap.
It's just hard not to like, especially when I am streaming it and when I am having a good time. It's hard not to milk it for everything it's worth because I've been so busy and all these things are changing, you know? And it's annoying and stressful, and I'd rather just do this. You know? Yeah.
Peach Teolingo says true, makes sense.
Because how do I know for sure that where I go, like the internet won't be atrocious or just everything will go wrong somehow? And then it will just be. Then I'll be grateful that I at least streamed a lot. Beforehand, I don't know. Okay, what was I doing again? I'm supposed to do something like this. I'm only going to refer to your instructions only, Ellie. If SC is 0, store the increment. Ow. SC is 1, store X into the register. If ST is 0, store the increment of the register. Register. Oh, wait. Increment. Oh, wait, I already have one. Increment.
Peach Teolingo says more time for everyone to share with you.
Aww. This better work. No. We're gonna do it this time though. If I see. Where's the increment? It's 0. Increment. Into register. Right? SC set next to X. Am I supposed to like be remembering the number or something? Is that what's wrong? Like it's like getting reset, or it's like supposed to be it's like supposed to be cumulative? Because it does say counter, so it's supposed to be like every time. Oh no!
Loopy.
I hate it when they make me do. You know how I feel about loops. You know how I feel about these. To share. Oh, that was so nice of you to say Peach Lingo. That was so nice of you. Did you have a good sleep? Oh, wait. Oh my god, my hair got caught in something. Okay, never mind. Loopy. I have the loopy. That's why I keep getting off by 1, isn't it? Okay. So.
Peach Teolingo says for some reason I woke up extra early today. That's prob another reason why I'm sleepy.
like how the TTS said it. Schleppy. Oh, I see. Yeah, waking up early will do that. And then you have the, it has like a special name, the sleep. You know, like when you like just that feeling when you're like super
Peach
tired.
Teolingo says you make a loop-de-loop and pull, and your shoes are looking cool.
Amazing, thanks for the advice. It's a loop and pull. It's called I don't remember the name. I want to say something like sleep disorientation, but that's not what it's actually called. But it's something like that. That's the meaning. But it usually like doesn't last. It's like it happens usually like when you wake up when you're not in a REM cycle. Even if you do sleep a lot, if you don't wake up when you're in REM, then if you wake up like in a deeper sleep, then you just that's what happens. You'll feel that way. But I forgot its name. So yeah.
Peach Teolingo says interesting.
I could probably like Google it. What was it? What is it called when you, oh my god, like pain, hear voices? Okay. Oh my god. Have multiple personalities. None of those. When you wake up and can't move. Oh my god. Screaming. No, wait, why? Okay, I'm getting distracted. What's it called when you wake up and are tired? Not drunk. Oh wait, sleep inertia. I just. Oh wait, maybe this. I saw it in the corner of my eye, but that's what it's called. It's called sleep inertia. That's what you have. Loopy, loopy, loopy. Make loop, loopy. Loop, loop. Wait, isn't. Can't selects. Selects are weird. Can't they? They can make a loop somehow, I think. Because I saw.
Peach Teolingo says thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. I saw Corrupt do something like that before, like make a loop with the selects where of some sort, but I don't remember what it exactly did, what type of loop it was, why it was useful. I freaking hate loops so much. I hate them. I like how high level languages just let me make loops for free and do what I want with them easily. If I had to make a loop from scratch with these stupid blocks every single time, it would make me think twice about game dev. Okay, and obviously NAND can do loopy stuff too, but actually probably should be.
Ellie_B314 says read my instructions again, LMAO.
Okay, I'm really bad with the instructions. You know how even when instructions are explained decently, like I'm bad with them. In this case, the instructions usually are not super great, which makes it even worse on me. If ST is 1 on clock. Oh wait, on clock. That means it has to clock needs to be 0. Because that's what it means. It has to go from high to low, right? On clock, store X into the register. Is 1. On clock. On clock. Then store X. Okay. Let me just unwire stuff and try again. Is this a case for double select? So I don't know how, like, I hope when you said loopy, you weren't actually meaning, like, make a loop, because I don't know. Okay. Selects. I hate NAND games. The worst.
Ellie_B314 says make a loop, LMAO.
No! Okay. I just think about where a loop comes in. Well, I'm thinking it's because it has to, it's a counter, so it has to, every time like you do it again and it adds a number, it's like adding it into the register. I mean, it's incrementing it. But then it's saying like you store the X. So it's like if you store X and there's already an X in here, it's supposed to add the X's together.
Ellie_B314 says if ST, register equals X, if not ST, register equals, register 1.
Oh, wait. Oh. Register plus. Oh, okay. So if X is stored, it'll just put X back into it. Like there's no adding the X's together. Just put the X into it. But if not, increment it. But like not just the X, but increment what's already in the register. Like what it should be looped so that you can keep incrementing over and over and over again. You could reach the maximum in theory as long as you don't reset it and put X back in. Hope that makes sense. Okay. So that's when that needs to get looped somehow.
Ellie underscore B314 says seems good,
Okay.
seems good,
Cool.
seems good, seems good, seems
Seems
good,
good.
seems good.
Yes. Good. Okay, I finally understand the instructions after this whole time. Um Now I need to just figure out how to do it. That's a whole other problem. So how will I do that? If not ST. Okay. So this ST thing really matters. And then the only thing the clock is doing is telling me when I should actually output it. I think. Ugh, amazing. I don't know. I just imagine this is gonna go here. I don't know, it's probably better just to start it like this. Just the simple way. This isn't the answer, but just like wiring stuff where it would go and then just like try to build into it, maybe. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's what crap will tell me to do. I don't know. Um so the hard one's gonna be if ST, this is the easy one. Maybe I should do it's supposed to work from the start with the easy stuff, I guess. If ST register equals X. And it already does it automatically. Just kidding, it didn't do it. If ST, but wait, if ST register equals X, but only if the clock goes to 0, right? In the first one that you said, if ST register equals X, but only if the clock goes from 1 to 0. Is that what I'm supposed to have? Just for that, for the if it's 1. Oops. Oh, well, I guess not then.
Ellie
It doesn't say
underscore
that here.
B314 says 0 to 1 I think, but that doesn't matter so much.
Oh. This one does it from 1 to 0, which is annoying. But it's good if it doesn't really matter, if you can still get the output. ST is 0 and the previous counter value is incremented with 1. The counter output changes when CL changes to 0. Okay. This only does output. But then you couldn't keep incrementing it with like 1 because unless, oh wait. Counter output changes. Unless what they mean is that if you keep it on 0 and then keep flipping this over and over again, it's like increment, 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 increment. Maybe that's what they're saying. Because you couldn't just keep this like, if it wasn't based on the clock doing this over and over again, then ST can't be like 0, 0, 0, because it has to flip from 0, 1, 0, 1. And then it would be X. X increment at 1. Put X back in. X increment at 1. It's not going to, I don't think that's the, it wouldn't, if it was that, then I would have already solved it, and I didn't solve it. So it has to be based on this one flipping, I think. So then, I still think a
Ellie
select
underscore B314 says HS cheers.
of some kind. Just with the 0. Zero needs to be like attached to whatever is in the loop already. So it's not going to attach to X. Only D1 will get attached to X. I think. And then 0. This has to loop. Oh, wait a second. I need. Maybe this should actually be above here. Because we're going to take what's in the register. Oh, God. Increment it, but it needs to keep looping back into it.
Aspros 9706 says C8.
Goodbye. What is with all these things right recently? This is a lot in one. I mean, it's only been like 3 hours. It's been like 4 of these. It's like more than average. If only these bots were smart enough to check if Seribot is in a channel. I love how it does that though. It's so cute. Goodbye. Right. Oh, wait a second. Does that mean like maybe it's like increment? And then the wait, no, so that makes sense. Never mind. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. No, I mean like yeah, like but I don't think this will do what I want it to do. But I don't know, I did it anyway. I don't think this will actually loop anything. And then ST isn't even plugged into. Where would this go? Oh? I hope it doesn't look like a disaster. I don't know.
says oh.
No, let's put this here for now, because I literally don't know what to do with it. I hate it here. No, that didn't do it.
Ellie_B314 says register ST just needs to be high.
But I don't see any drug blocks, so how am I supposed to do that? It's like a constant 1. NAND, my friend? ST just needs to be high. I hate this. Oh, yeah. Wait, but what is SC1 supposed to be doing again? Set next to X. Okay, it doesn't do that. This is okay. We're supposed to send I'm gonna make the number smaller because I don't like looking at hexadecimal letters. 5. Okay. No incrementing is happening. So this isn't right, clearly. But if this was based on the clock switching, then I mean this isn't even, the select isn't even evaluating anything to do with the clock. ST needs to be high. What could that mean? It's so cryptic. High. You counter value. Yeah, it's like 16. Wait, what if this was... What if this always stored? But wouldn't that defeat the purpose of having this? But maybe you could... Oh, wait, it still would need to flip to... This doesn't do anything. Sad. Oh, sorry. Because it's about flipping. I think. So in to exit, out to in. I don't remember this. Wait, I'm gonna look at the last level. I don't know if it'll give me any ideas. Oh man, not this. Wait, for this one they have a data flip-flop, and then this one I have a register, which should be made of a bunch of... Okay, yeah. It's still data flip-flop, but bigger. Look at the basic one. I hate this. Hmm. One. Okay, yeah, going to 0 does the... Okay. Increments a number each clock cycle. For each clock cycle. C stores 1. Input value X, system counter value. Use 0 and the previous counter values, increment it with 1. I'm just gonna maybe start all over again. If I had 2 selects instead. No, it doesn't make... No. Somehow I just keep feeling like CL connected to the CL is important. Because it's the only one that already does the data flip-floppy type thing when it hits 0. But then... What's different? X is 1. X is uses the counter value. Counter value. Okay. I don't see why 1 would be wrong. But things get weird if it's 0, but I don't see why this part, just this half of it, would be wrong. I think. Why did I put it in there? Oh yeah. Yeah. But what about this ST here? Let's still go into X is in counter value. Because this is the output that I would want if it was like, if this bit always stayed 1, I think. But 0 is the one, I think, that requires some kind of loop to keep incrementing it. ST0. So I think if ST is 0, take what's in the register. Because you would need to. Take what's in the register, feed it into D0. How would you make it not forget what's in the register when it sends it to the output? And how would you just throw another select block somewhere? If we were gonna have a constant 1, why would we need that? This makes me never want to do NAND game for the next like 50 years. I swear each one of these levels. Thank God the last one was easy. I was just lucky. The last
Ellie
one was super hard.
B314 says, can you explain what the ST input of the register does?
You mean why I put it here? Or why I connected it into these things? Oh, or just like, or do you want me to explain it so that you can see how well I understand the instructions? Because I probably don't. Okay. So I think that
Ellie
I barely understand what's
314
happening.
says, I'm going to try and ask you questions and the answers might direct you to the solution.
So I think the ST, what I thought the ST was supposed to do is the ST works synchronized with the clock, where if the ST is 1, so it's like there's like 2 requirements. It's like an and. If the ST is 1 and the clock is at 1 and goes from 1 to 0, so both those things happen, then it's supposed to do this. Output X. And then if ST is 0, and then the clock is always at 1. If the clock goes from 1 to 0, then take whatever's in the register, increment it by 1, and then output it. And then if 0 were to never, if ST stayed 0 permanently, if someone kept it on 0, each time the clock goes to 0, that number would increase by 1. So if there was 1 in here, it would be like
Ellie B314 says not the ST on the bottom, just specifically the ST input of the register.
Oh, okay. Sorry. ST input on the register. This ST, I think this one for this register just works with similar to what I said, but it's like instead of anything with like incrementing, if it's at 1, oh, wait, ask a question. Good point. If it's at 1 and the clock goes to 0 from 1 to 0, so both those things happen, then output, what's an X? Is that what it does? I think. Wait, let me see. Because I can just break. Oh, what the heck? I can just break this and just plug it into X directly and then see if it does that. I thought that's what it did. So I'll keep this at, I don't know, put this at 2. So this was at 1. And it stores 2 when it goes to 0, right? And then, yeah. But then if I was like holding a number in a loop, somehow, I don't know how, and incrementing it by 1, then I have to delete that number in the loop if st turns to...
Ellie_B314 says, personally I think it can be best thought of as a write enable signal. If it's 1, then on clock it will write the X input into memory. Otherwise the clock signal is ignored. Can you think of a situation where the register is not saving the input into memory?
What does that mean? Does that imply it doesn't do that? So the register should always save something to memory, and then I just modify the output of that and choose whether or not I like send it over to the output, but it's still saving it in memory. I think that's maybe what you mean. I can't believe Corrupt somehow got past this. Gets past most of this stuff. But yesterday he had a headache, so like maybe he just like played too much NAND game, and that's just like those are the consequences. That's why you don't play too much NAND game, or you suffer. Wait, this increment thing. Oh wait, am I crazy? When you were talking about like things giving 1, and then I threw out a NAND, but increment gives 1 because it increments, right? Okay, I feel like I'm just gonna break everything again. And just think about, maybe I'll try a different approach. Think about like, how would I even store, pretending I don't have to meet any of these requirements at all, like how would I even keep a number and keep incrementing it by 1 if I wanted to do that? And just with everything. Because I think that's like a requirement for one of the, one of the conditions with this stuff. Oh no, would it be multiple registers because you just store the... I don't know, actually. But select 16, this is a 16-bit. So select can hold... So many blocks out. Can hold a 16-bit. No, I feel like, no, I don't think there'd be 2 registers. I don't think that. Except the only nice thing about the register is you have the CL thing that can, with the clock, so. Or select doesn't have that. It just has one friggin' select thing. It can go into one thing only. It's like... If I just want to increment, what would I do? Incrementing is when the counter is at 0. But how does this work with the clock? Changes what clock so much changes to 0. Okay, I kind of want to use a select with the clock now. It's like if this is 0. And then something in the register. Oops. Register clock. And then maybe like somehow X gets fed back into, so it goes back in. I don't know if this could make sense, if this could work ever. Oh, but I can only have one wiring. Is it even possible to use like a second register for the standard, the X one? How does this even... Would this even increment at all? Sideways. No. Oh wait, X isn't getting plugged into anything. Why is this? Oh my god. See? I hate it here. X. I don't know. C0. Where did I? Oh. Grayfish supposed to be a loop then. Yeah, I don't know. What if there were two selects? It's really far off. Sad no loop noises. Are you serious? Look how far off I was.
Ellie_B314 says you are so damn close.
You gotta be kidding. You gotta be messing with me. Because the answer's even more far off. It's like, shit, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, what am I doing?
Ellie_B314 says I just gotta ask, what is that top left select 16 doing?
The Lord's work, I thought, but I guess not. Oh wait, this D1 isn't even plugged into anything. What is this? It was supposed to help with a loop. I was trying to like make some kind of loop, I guess, but a loop never got made. Yeah. C1 store X C0.
Ellie_B314 says I think you could probably remove that.
Okay. What is this thing? Okay. So if it dies, then what I have this now. An increment. Oh, I'm kind of back to where I started now. Increment. Is this allowed to get fed back in? What would this even do? What does that even mean if it goes... Oh, wait, this goes in... Okay, wait. 0. But then I don't want...
Ellie_B314 says what are we incrementing?
Depression? How did this go to D0? How did this even happen? When I plugged this in, it went to 34. 67? 66? Oh my god! It's increasing by itself. Why is this happening?
Ellie_B314 says look at the docs on the right.
It's going up. Where are the docs? You mean on the left? The instructions? Oh.
Ellie_B314 says air left.
Wait, this seems magical. I made something that just seems to like increase by itself for no reason. Why is that happening? C0. 0. Then it increments. Then X. Wait, what? Why would that happen? Oh, wait. Is it because of this thing? Because then goes 0. Oh, increment. That's cool. But not what I wanted. But it is some kind of loop. It's not what I was wanting to do. Per se. Output is the current output of the component next. It comes the current output when t changes to 0. Counter value. Secret Bennett with 1. Changes when CL changes to 0. So output changes. Set next to output plus 1. Set next to X. So wait, when it sets next to X, don't output it. The output plus what? Output is the current output of the component. Next becomes the current output when CL changed to 0. I'm gonna break everything again. So difficult. The input value X is used as a counter value. I'm never doing that. Can't forget. My god. I hate how number 2 is missing. Why do they do this? Next to 7. CL to 0. I'm thinking of this. So if this is 1, this is 7, this is 0. It should set in. And what is in? Because they didn't use in this chart at all, which is really annoying. But now they're saying in. So they're saying store it, I guess? Store it, even though you're not outputting it. Store it somewhere. Which is not what happens. Why is this at 2? I want a new one. One that's at 0. Oh my god, connect. So if they put this to 1. This is 7. So register not what we want, right? So they want inverse or what? Let's get this. And when they say set, what does that even mean? That means like it, because it starts on 0. If it starts on 0, is that setting it, or does that mean like you have to flip the bit to set it? Like that, I'm not even sure, because it matters if it flips or if it is just 0. It might not do anything. Versus flipping to 0. So they should like define what they mean by specific words. Like, what does it mean to set something? Because in this other level, when I set something, like I didn't do what they told me to do, and I still solved it. When it was you know, when the answer was wrong, I ignored what they told me to do. So I don't like the way they're explaining it. The previous kind of route is incremented with 1. If x is used as the new counter value. New counter value. Okay, so I want this to be... Maybe register's not the right thing to use here. Let's see 0 on the previous counter values and combine it with 1. Zero. This is Cheetah's. It's the new counter value. So I think I want that to stay like this. Some plugs into one thing. Okay. Well, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. Okay. I don't really have any new ideas, but hold on. Okay. Maybe I should look at the. I remember why I was doing this. I was trying to follow along with the solution to try to understand why it gets. Why should the expected output be 7? So, like, if ST is 1, X 7, but I just keep getting confused by what it means set into. Sorry, CL to 0. I mean, I assume it means CL starts on 1. That's how you set it. Like, set means flip. I wish they would use a different word. But it might be wrong. It could be just saying if 1 and 7, 2, it's a possibility. And CL's just on 0. 7 should be stored. Maybe let's start with this one. Change CL to 0. And then we go all the way to step 3 for some reason. Switch it out to in. So output should be out to in. Output should be 7. Oh my god, what if I just made 7? Like I added a bunch of NANDs or something somehow and just like forced it to 7. Do I pass? Is there like a way I can like force this? I mean, wait, this is 7 right now. No way it would let me pass, which is no. Oh. Well, this is already 7. Symbol is 0. Wait, what? Wouldn't the output still be 7 because it's giving 7? Even though this is not what you're supposed to do? How does it know if I cheated or not? I don't get this. What if I flip this to 1? It was 0. Do they just do this if like the inputs aren't plugged in? Like, or maybe they have like a check that says like there has to be like a wiring from each one to, I don't know, reach the output. I don't know, I guess they thought about this. I wish they would give us a lot more examples. Or like show an animation at least, but just don't show what blocks they're using, but show an animation of the inputs changing and how the output changes, so I could rule out how it works and how it doesn't work. That part's really annoying. But maybe they just expect you to just read the book so that you actually have a good idea of what is being asked for. New counter value. 0 and previous counter value, you with 1. Changes to 0. I'm guessing like these are the only 3 lines that matter. So if it was the only 3 lines that mattered, then C1, X to 7. So 7 would be the new counter value. CO doesn't output. CO changes to 0. I'm guessing setting isn't the same thing as changing it. It just starts on 0, so input is 7, output isn't. Looks like change CL to 0. And then it turns to 7. Like it outputs 7. So that means I just want to output nothing if CL is not 0. Select. Right? Is that what this is for? This block? Oh, wait, no. It's the opposite. CO is 1. Oh, yeah, so I had it wired like that. And CO is 1. When it's 0, I'll put the counter. Right? Wait, what are the first two lines? Just do output when, like at this. SC is 1, input value X is a new counter value. I'm not sure what select block because I don't know about the register right now. How I'm gonna get this to work with it. If ST is 1, then use counter value. Wouldn't this be like easier to do this with like an adder or something? Why do I have these blocks? Unless I completely misunderstand what they're trying to ask for, but which is possible. Maybe I really need to look at this. It says set input to X when it's at 1. So they're making it seem like this is it. Set out to N. But output. When it's at 0, 0, 1. This is probably gonna be wrong, but again, because no loops are happening. But wait, what the hell? Why'd I do that? Unless I grab the register to D0. Okay, can I not do that? And then increment it? Something? Expect to 7 above 0. Actually, if this was 1. X to 7. 0, 0. Seven. I mean, this should still be 7. What they're asking for, but what are they saying? Like, there should be 0 output when. Oh, wait. Why is it? Oops. Whatever. Oh, investigate. Let's see, 0. This is supposed to increment, but it doesn't increment. But even so, I mean, this is confusing this part. I think I need to just think more about how I would even increment X and then but keep the number, because I haven't even figured out that. Oops. I don't know what this looked like before. NAND looks like they invert it. Oh, but then this always gives 1. I want to increment 1, 0. ST is 0, and the previous countervalue is incremented with 1. All this stuff. Maybe we'll try looking from this side. So I think this just gives the output, but then but if it's like this, which I'm about to try doing, then that means the counter can be incremented by 1. That's like it. Because once it goes to 0, and once it goes to 1, then X just overwrites the plus. So how does it increment? Like, then what's the point? It's like pointless, because all it can do is add 1, so that's why I feel like it can't be that. But that's what it seems like it's saying when I like look at it, like literally. 1 0 set next to X. Input value X is used as a new counter value. I don't think I'm understanding what they want. And that is what they want. C is 1. 0. Oh wait, so the output doesn't just reset to 0. I was thinking it says that. It just resets. It's just always supposed to give the old output before it gets updated by the clock. Like, it just constantly give what the old output was. Good. This probably will be register or something. Or maybe I need to select ahead of it. Like, give the old output of the register. If CL is 1, 0, 1. If 1 is a new counter value. The 0 in the previous counter value is incremented with 1. If I put this to the clock instead, this goes 0. Take whatever in the register and increment it by 1. It's like take whatever in the register, increment it by 1, and like store it in the register. Right. Zero. Previous kind of values increment with 1. What should I use ST for then? ST is 1. So new counter value. Hey, this increments though. 6, 7, 8. It's not doing what it needs to do, but this increments. So that's nice. What does this do? Oh, that's what that's. I didn't know this button was there this whole time. Okay. Increment it with 1. What if it's 1? And input value X is used as a new counter value. Oh, this needs to, okay. One more select, maybe? This looks like it increments, though. Maybe not enough. Oh, yeah. Because it only stores it on... zero. So what, would I just inverse it? So it's on 1? But it's still just 1 behind. It still stayed 1 behind. But at least it does some kind of loop and increments of value, which is nice, but still, it's always giving 1. Actually, that's what I want, because if it's it goes to 0, increment, increment, increment. So one more select, maybe? If ST is 0, increment this here into here. Should show the same result. Oh god, or not? Why does it not work now? Serious? Oh my god. So I'm just gonna put this back. Okay. Two. How am I even doing this incrementing thing? And it works, but I'm like thinking about it now. When it's 0, because this increment just keeps adding 1. It's like always trying to add 1. Why did this like not work? It's 0, the previous count value is incremented by 1. Because maybe it's actually supposed to go like. Okay, I'm gonna try this. That no. D0 increment by 1 like this. Please increment no. Damn it. Wait, what was I trying to do? Maybe this is what I want. I don't know. The X put it in there. Yeah. D0 I want to implement. C's one. New value X is used as a new counter value. Again. How does this match with the freaking red? How's this supposed to work with it? Doesn't this already do that though? If I see is 1. Set into X. But it gives output. Which is not what I want. If it's 0. Set out to N. Sales 1. So doesn't this need to be in first? Wait, set out to in. Output to input. Why did this go up to 2 by itself? Oh, it's getting just X. Input by X use current value. Changes to 0. Okay, I think so. Register. 0. Okay. And then increment. So this gets incremented. When this is C1, I don't want to change the output though. So why do I have this? You're not vacuuming like that, but still. ST 0. And the previous counter. So this one is ST1. Okay, ST0. One there. And the previous counter is 1. And how do you hold this information without messing things up? But it can only be incremented by 1, apparently, so. See, this is supposed to be increment. Select. Clock is 0. It's next to X. T equals 0. Then T is 1. And value X. C0. Shoot. Okay. What's this do? One. How can I make a loop? It's kind of value. This one's 1. won't make this one work. This was for something else. I have 2 registers. Yeah, I'm just reminded that I think Corrupt once said something like there's a certain level where you have to like, I don't know if it's later on, it's in processor, but there's a certain level where you have to make an oscillation. I wonder if it's this one. That was one. What do I? Oh. I've seen this before. Oh, this is the warning. Oh wait, I guess you're not supposed to do it actually. Interesting. Why is this happening? Wow. Okay. Did I do something before? I'm supposed to use this. Set out to in. I don't know what it says. This doesn't seem to matter if this is at 1 or not. Oops. Oh my god. Set out to in. Out, out. I guess it just means it outputs all of these. Except for if this is 0. Wait, never mind. It still does. Zero, zero output. 1, 0. Set syntax. But they make it sound like this is going to 1. So it's the output to it. But it only does it when it goes to 0. So it doesn't make any sense. Unless I did it wrong. Wait, it still passed, or I don't know. This doesn't do. What does this mean?
Ellie_B314 says 8 food. I've returned.
Nice. I literally don't get what it's saying. Like, and also just this simple one, like, I mean, I think I understand how the register works, but I don't understand how this matches up with what they're saying. Like, this nothing, nothing, 1. This doesn't set the output to the in. What is it talking about?
Ghost
What is it literally talking about?
_gangsta_ says hello.
Oh, hi, Ghostface. Hello. But yeah, this doesn't make... Like, for example, if this is 10, so this already have 8. If this turns to 1, like it's saying if CL is 1...
Ellie_B314 says if ST, register equals X, if not ST, register equals, register 1.
What did they say? All this other stuff, it's so confusing. What does if ST even mean? If ST is 1? If ST flips to 1? What's a Roja? Not a C.
Ghost underscore face underscore gangsta underscore says.
It sounds kind of familiar. If ST is 1, then the input of the register should be X. Okay.
Ellie underscore B
input of the register.
says if
oh,
ST is 1, then the input
of the register, but not necessarily its
if
store.
ST
but
is 0,
input.
then the input of the register should be register 1.
Okay. There's this person named Kamiyu Tia Rohar something. It had a really long name, but then they changed it. So you just keep changing your name, it's confusing.
Ghost underscore face underscore gangsta underscore says yes.
Okay, so... Okay. So that just means, like, based on what you said, the input... If... Wait, what did you say already? If ST is 1, the input of the register should be X. Okay. This is 1. If not... You said, if ST is 0, then the input of the register should be register plus 1. Zero. So it's the input of the register. So now, clock just gets attached to clock. I don't know, ST probably just stays ST. Okay. ST should be 1. Okay.
Ellie underscore B314 says so now you need to figure out when the register's ST should be 1.
Good point. Okay, I'll keep the clock there. When should this be 1? If it's 1, it stores this. So, forever. Maybe that's why you said. Actually, I can just keep my increment always gives 1, doesn't it? Oh, wait, no. Well, can this work if I just... Because it always gives something. Wait, maybe I won't try it right now. I hope forever's the answer. How was your food, by the way? Oh my god, that's all that... I hate this game. I hate this game. I hate the instructions. You're the only one who can give clear instructions. I would never finish this level. You didn't explain. That's what they mean by these things.
It's says
so
pretty good.
Confusing. The words they pick for every little thing with this next and the output and the... It's like, use English. English. Please. You know how to use English, Ellie. Why didn't... You should completely rewrite this entire game. Rewrite all the instructions, you know?
Says seems good, 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 seems good.
I will just enjoy the scene. I thought this was going to make me tired, but all it did was not make me tired because I was just like, I want to solve it.
Underscore B314 says I literally am getting paid to do that right now.
You're getting paid? Oh, to like write out, like explain these types of things so that they're not stupidly confusing for no reason. Because if you're doing that, then you're literally doing... I mean, you're out there doing the Lord's work. Oh, for a nonprofit. Okay. You are.
Ellie underscore B314 says I'm writing educational content for a nonprofit LMAO.
That's really cool, though. You're good at it. Oh, this made me so... I hate this. I'm not gonna do dad gift for a while. You know what? The good thing about NAND game is it makes everything that's not NAND game seem relatively easy after dealing with this pain. Like then I go in and do Unity, and then my Unity program frickin' doesn't work, but it's not a big deal. It's easy to solve compared to this. I just Google a little bit, mess around a little, and then it just usually works, or I can figure something out easier than this. Imagine the Unity documentation was written like this. How would I ever be able to use Unity? I wouldn't. I would have to not use it. Yeah. Thank you, though. Thank you. I needed you. I think at the beginning I had something like this, but I didn't know what to do with. I was really confused with the ST, and then I just like deleted it all, and then my solutions progressively became more and more disturbed. Did you notice that? Like the scribblings of a crazy person. It just like it got worse and worse and worse and worse. But there was a point where I
Ellie
think it was
underscore
like
B314 says cause you're tired.
Sigh. So then, okay, now that we know this is the solution. What's happening here? Reset state. So then how do I get to do the increment thing? I'm gonna play with it for like a second. I might as well enjoy the spoils of the solution that finally got made. Oh wait, is it incrementing? No way. This is what does it? I'm gonna reset state again. I'm gonna start at a lower number. That's crazy. For 2. To 0 it takes X. And then from 0. Oh my god. Wow. I say as long as it's 1, it stays, keeps putting X in. That's what it's supposed to do.
Ellie underscore B314 says the circuit is called program counter.
Wow. There's no way. Okay, if every human being was just me and that's it, it's just like everyone's just a clone of me, then like society could go on for millions of years and the computer, I promise you, the computer would never be reinvented from
Ellie
scratch.
underscore B314 says it is used to step through instructions one by one, but also allows you to jump to a completely different instruction.
That's what this does? So this whole I see, this is the step 1 by 1. When this is 0, it's like step 1 by 1, and then because incrementing, and then when this is up to 1, oh, this could be something completely different, and it goes to something completely. That's so cool. That's what this weird circuit thing does. Oh my god. It's really cool. It's fun to play with too. It's more fun to play with it than it is to actually solve it. I'm just saying. So, also something I didn't understand when I originally completed it. So this like data flip-flop thing. Oh, I can't see that. It won't show the thing again. It said that you do it. It gave a oh, maybe it was D-Lash that said it. Actually, I don't remember if it was D-Lash or not. I think it was D-Lash that said. No, I think it was data flip-flop actually. Data flip flop. I'm pretty sure it's data flip flop. So when I originally did the data flip flop level, it gives you like a thing at the beginning, but now I can't bring it back up because I already solved it. But it brings up a thing at the beginning that says we use data flip flop and we use the clock because if you didn't do that, then all the latches would become out of sync or something. So you have to like have them do everything at the same time. But that like really confused me. I didn't understand like why this was necessary to have this. Like why would it get out of sync? I don't know. I just thought it didn't like intuitively make sense. I just accepted it. That's all. I'm pretty sure this RAM isn't the cute fluffy sheep that make you feel good. It's the NAND RAM, the one that makes you sad. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this. Wait, were you here the whole time in Seki, or did you just come back? It's tricky flip-flops are don't want to lose what is in the register before what's
Ellie_B314 says yeah, edge-triggered flip-flops are used because you don't want to lose what is in the register before what's using it is ready to write its output to the next register.
Using it is ready to write its output. Register. And when you're saying register, you're meaning register like the registers that are on the CPUs. Those registers, right? Okay, yeah. Just saying.
Ellie_B314 says yeah.
Don't nonprofits still make some money, but they're just not allowed to make money in specific ways? Because like I hope they like pay you a little bit, you know. Like what do they call it? Not even like payment, but they sometimes
Ellie_B314 says you might have an instruction like add
small
R1,
compensation.
R2, R1, add what's in R1 and R2, save the result back to R1.
Yeah. If you use let me think about it. If you use latches, then R1 would lose its content for the
Ellie_B314 says if you used latches then R1 would lose its content before the ALU is done adding.
Good. Add R1 and R1 loses content. Because 3 things are getting added or something? Add 1 or 2. Or maybe I'm wrong. Is that what it's about? Because it's not just like 2 things, but 3 things? Wait, no, you said add R1, R2. Save the result back to R1. Who's latches in R1? It loses content. Before it's done adding. I wish someone made an animation of this, of what it looks like if it like were to lose its content. Versus if it, you know, use like flip-flop.
Ellie_B314 says it's that the signal to write with a flip-flop writes when the clock changes, with latches it's whenever the clock is high or low.
Changes. High or low. Oh, so you could accidentally like use it when you're doing something else, but it messes up another piece of. Oh wait, no, I don't know. It wouldn't do the same thing if the clock changes too. I don't know if the clock is high or low. The clock changes, but the clock has to change specifically to one of either high or low, right? So maybe it just gives, I don't know, a longer opportunity for it not to change to make it easier to keep data for just a little bit longer, but that's just like enough to get the job done. I don't know. Maybe that. I at least could see how it could hold on to stuff for longer. I think. Oh wait, no. It's something between 1 and 0, so it would still be like. Never mind. Never mind. What I said didn't make sense. Oh really? Aw.
Ellie_B314 says let me write a timing diagram, then I'll send it in Discord.
Thank you. Your diagrams are really good, by the way. I know you don't, even though you don't use Microsoft Paint, you know, it looks really good. I'm not saying Microsoft Paint is good. I'm just thinking about how Corrupt always would draw his diagrams in Microsoft Paint, and they're surprisingly pretty good. Okay, I am all NAND gamed out. That was fun. I miss Unity, so I think that's where I left off. How many are in this one? Oh, only 7. Okay. This anime shouldn't be that bad. This just looks pretty short. This will be a good review. Lighting kind of gets weird with Unity. Oh, I remember. Okay, I do remember like 2 of the things that made me stop learning back a year ago. It was these 2. It was from Unity Learn. I was doing like these 2 specific like little projects or whatever that were supposedly for beginners. One of them was this one where actually, I mean, I completed it, but there was this like extra challenge, and I really wanted to do it, but it was like really hard, and I could not figure it out at all. Where they had you like kind of like make a mod for the game. They gave you like a full on game, and then had you look through the code. But they did set everything up for you. You were just supposed to use what they gave you, and you were supposed to set up like custom weapons in the game. They already had like, I don't know, they had like arrays and stuff that had what you were going to be using, like different elements that would go on the weapon and different like stats and stuff, and you just had to like you were basically like mixing and matching and like giving like custom name to this stuff, but I just could not figure out how you actually like do it. And then I could also just like did not know how to like read the C sharp, so it was, and there were like 30 scripts in the, there were a lot. No, there were more than 30. There were like a lot of scripts, so it was like very confusing because they gave you like a full project. It was pretty insane. Though it was cool to have that project. I still have it. I'm not gonna delete it until I actually can read that code, I think, but yeah. It was like NAND game, but maybe not as hard. I don't know. After going through NAND game, I feel like I've discovered a new kind of pain that I've never felt in my whole life. And anything that's not NAND game feels pretty good now, even when it's hard. It's just like I comfort myself saying, at least it's not NAND game. I hope that's not like a bad thing. Okay. Edit the lighting, change the background, position your camera for a perfect shot of your scene. Lights, background, camera. Overview. In this tutorial, you edit the sun, sky, and camera angle to get the perfect shot of the scene. When you're ready to get started, go on to the next step. Adjust your camera. In Unity, the camera game object is similar to a physical camera on a movie set, playing a critical role in how your scene is viewed. When you move the camera, you will end up with a different view of your scene in play mode. Adjusting the camera's position, rotation, and field of view allows you to frame your scene just as a cinematographer would in filmmaking. But there's the nice thing is you don't actually have to hold the camera up. You just tell the code what you want it to do. Field of view. Let's try adjusting the camera angle and field of view. In the hierarchy window, select the camera game object. Notice that a small preview of what the camera can see appears in the lower right corner of the scene view. Oh, that's okay. I'm actually going to do that on the project I'm on right now. Main camera. Oh, I see what it means. Move and rotate the camera. Notice how the camera preview changes. Okay, in the inspector window, in the camera component, use the field of view slider to change how zoomed in the camera is. Field of view. Try and get a good view of the ball bouncing action. But don't worry about getting the perfect angle yet. You'll do that in the next step. Let's see. So what that does. Camera. There it is. Oh, I see field of... Oh, okay. Oh wow. Oh, that's trippy. Zoom in and... Wow. What is this perspective? Okay. Adjust the camera with the perfect view. It can be tricky to get the camera perfectly aligned using the move and rotate tools. There's a shortcut to get the camera angle you want by aligning the camera with your position and orientation in the scene view. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This one, I used it a lot for the camera because it's really convenient. It's so much better to line the camera up like this. In the scene view, use fly through mode, WASD plus right click to get the perfect view of the bouncing ball on your block towers. Select the camera game object in the hierarchy window. Oh yay!
Ellie_B314 says I put the timing diagram in.
Me what see? Whoa. Hey, you have a picture of... When did you send... You sent that at 10:35 a.m. I didn't know you sent this. The, little... What did you call it? Board? Was it like perf board or something? Foot pedal. Foot pedal push to top. Oh, it's cool. Now to write the code for it. Hell yeah. It's going to pretend to be a Bluetooth keyboard with a single button. Oh. That's cute. Better than an actual foot pedal. Okay, notice how the latch output changes a lot with the input while the clock is high. Oh wow. Okay. Latch output. With the input. Oh. Latch output only changes to match the data in latch output. And the clock signal changes from high to low. Wait, that second sentence, latch output only changes to match the data in. That's supposed to be the flip flop for that one. Data in. Oh, didn't you say the one I just did was write enable? Like the weird one I just did? That made me want to die? Oh, okay. It's flip flop, the second one. I think you used the term write enable. Oh, so this clock thing. This clock thing is actually like the clock you were talking about where you were saying like it's difficult to explain, but the clock is like, think of it like as being part of the CPU even though it isn't. It just like keeps clocking. Yes. That clock. But yet you also said, you told me it was unrelated to the actual time the computer keeps, like as in like it's 1 p.m. time, but it's still like part of it. Is it the clock, the interrupt clock? That clock that tells the computer when it's time to like, it's time to interrupt. Oh, this guy. Oh yeah, Tom Scott. He's cool. Oh, nice. So are these highs and lows on this graph? Are these like supposed to represent like ones when they're high and zeros when they're lows, kind of? One high true, then zero low false. Oh.
Ellie underscore B314 says 1, high, true, then 0, low, false.
Oh. So, let me change the message. Clock subject from high to low. And
Ellie underscore B314 says on, off.
on, off. I almost kind of hope quantum computers aren't invented. Like, well, I mean, they don't become like popular and used everywhere instead of regular computers because this is so complicated. Just the whole zero. I mean, just an on and off and how on and offs can connect. Like, things that would seem so simple make such complicated. Like, it's so complicated. Imagine having more than just two. That seems impossible to understand and like do anything with. Imagine System Verilog, the quantum version. Quantum Verilog. Would you really want to use that?
Ellie_B314 says we used to.
Yes, no, you no. Imagine playing NAND game, but like quantum NAND
Ellie_B314 says
game.
yes LMAO.
I'm not gonna. You know what? If they actually make quantum NAND game, I'm just gonna watch you play it. Is that okay? I don't want to play. I don't want to play quantum NAND game. Oh, the pain.
Ellie_B314 says that's actually an amazing
Oh
idea.
my god.
I should make that.
That'd be so cool though. I would love to see something like that. Quantum NAND. Wow. That reminds me, I don't know if you were around when this happened, but I was playing NAND game and a stranger came into the stream. There wasn't a lot of people with me at the time. A stranger came into the stream and said, "Is this quantum computing?" And then no, Corrupt was there and he was like, no, this is just like standard, like binary. It's like regular computing." And they're like, "Oh, well, does it teach quantum computing?" Like, we're like, no. It was pretty funny. But I guess that's how painful it looked. Like, they saw it and they were like, "That's quantum computing." It's not, actually. It feels like it.
Ellie_B314 says fuck, I should really do that LMAO.
You should. You should. I'm imagining what it'd be like, even if you were to do just NAND game. I bet you could make a really. Oh, okay. I'll see you when you get back. I bet you could.
Ellie_B314 says BRB.
I bet you could make a really hard version of NAND game. Yeah. Where was I? It's perfect. You select the camera game object in the hierarchy window. Press Control Shift F. Command Shift F to align the camera game object at the current view. This I'm gonna put in my cheat sheet, so I remember it. My lovely little cheat sheet. Move this up one. Click. Control Shift F. With the camera still selected, you could also go to the main menu and select Game Object Align with View. Is Game Object an option in the menu? Oh yeah, it is. So I have the camera, Game Object, Align with View. Wow. Okay. Enter play mode to test the new camera angle. If necessary, tweak the position, rotation, or field of view property in the camera component to get the perfect angle. Trying to do these minor movements in scene view with fly-through mode can be frustrating. Try lightly tapping on the WASD keys while holding the right mouse button to do small movements. You can also use the Q and E keys in fly-through mode to go up and down. Okay. Fly-through mode. Okay, Control Shift F. Okay. Adjust your lighting. Lighting sets the mood and atmosphere of your scene. Unity's default directional light, which acts like the sun in the real world, simulates bright midday sunlight. By rotating this light, you can simulate different times of day or specific lighting conditions. In the hierarchy window, select the directional light game object, then frame it in the scene view. Rotate the light to adjust the shadows and overall lighting. Changes in position won't affect the lighting due to its sun-like nature. It represents a light that's located infinitely far away and emits light in only one direction. Okay. In the inspector window, in the emission section, experiment with color and intensity to find the desired lighting effect for your scene. If you want more of a nighttime light, make the light more blue and decrease intensity. Feel free to keep the light at a bright midday angle if you want. Ooh. That's cool. I did the skybox. A skybox in Unity is a type of virtual backdrop that surrounds the entire scene, giving the illusion of a distant environment or sky around the environment you create. The skybox contributes a lot to the overall feel of your scene. In the project window, navigate to Unity Essentials, Materials, Skyboxes. The skybox currently in your scene is Sky Bright Cloudy. Browse the other skybox materials and preview them in the preview panel at the bottom of the inspector window. Ooh. No, whoever followed, thank you. Click and drag any skybox that interests you directly onto the sky in the scene view to see how it looks behind the room until you find one that you like. Into the sky. Remember to save your scene off and Control S. Yes. Material skyboxes. Oh wow. So they're just skyboxes are just materials that are like painted across the sky. That's really cool. Ooh. Dang, I wish these were unlockable. Though I guess you could just like take these assets from this project, like use them in other projects technically. But I like it when they have the assets like as a reward and then it like unlocks it in the like from Unity. You can like download them from the Unity asset store. I like it when they do that. Edit play mode tint. As you've heard a few times up to this point, when you're in play mode, none of the changes you make are saved. Make sure to pay attention when entering and exiting play mode so that you don't lose your changes. Yeah. By default, the editor windows around the game view become a tiny bit darker when you enter play mode to help visually distinguish between. A tiny bit darker. I don't notice anything. They should be a completely different color. This is known as the play mode tint. It's terrible. In this step, you'll edit the play mode tint to make it more. Oh, this is what I need to do. Edit the play mode tint to make it more noticeable so that you'll always realize when you're in play mode and avoid losing unsaved changes. Yes, please. Okay, we're gonna do it right a second, actually. From the main menu, select Edit Preferences. Because this is really important. Edit Preferences, okay. Now what? In the left menu, select Colors and change the play mode tint. Edit Preference, okay. Select Colors and change play mode tint. And change play mode tint color to have a subtle color instead of gray. Yeah, not gray. Enter play mode to test the new tint. Alright. Colors. There we go. Oh my god, there's a lot of. You can change a lot of colors. Play mode. Tint. There you are. I'm gonna make it this color. Okay. Let's play it. Wow, okay, I can't, okay, that was my idea. I need to pick a different color. I can't read the text. Oh god. Well, I know I'm in play mode at least. But not this color. Try again. Not this one. Okay, we'll do this one. This one's still bad. Okay, maybe just not this shade of color at all. Unless maybe the problem is, say, try again. What's this? Okay. Maybe with something lighter. Try this one. But this works. I like this one. Alright. Color should be very noticeable, still allow you to read text in the editor windows. Yeah, they're right about that. I messed up a few times and I couldn't read the text. Just be able to have subconcept, but yeah, enter play mode tint should be very noticeable, yeah. If the color needs further adjustment, return to the preferences menu and edit it. File settings. Oh, that must have been. New settings. Is that an option to do it like that too? Oh, it's like a Mac thing. Oh, Unity settings for Mac. I see. Edit. Preferences. Windows. Okay. Oh, that's a nice color. We're going to proceed to the next tutorial. Congratulations on setting up the lighting, skybox, and camera so that you could get a perfect view of the block tower action. Here are some of the things you learn how to do along the way. Position the main camera in order to achieve the desired framing of the scene. Adjust the camera's field of view. Align the camera's view to the scene view with the keyboard shortcut. Adjust the directional light to convey the time of day. Field of view, yeah. Edit the skybox to change the setting of the scene. Adjust the play mode tint to make it obvious when play mode is running. This is so good that they're introducing this early on in Unity Essentials. This is a pretty big improvement. I learned about this because someone told me about it, or I wouldn't have known about it. So, proceed to the next tutorial, which includes optional challenges to further develop your skills, exploring the concepts, and improve your project. Moving camera for scene. Oh yeah, let's check once and twice. I wish they had a Why does it say 0 out of 6 missions completed when I literally completed this one? Huh? Then I completed it. What? Are they kidding? I completed it.